Eddie Becker. I want to backtrack to tonight's main event if I can for a second. You mentioned how entertaining the third round was, particularly. In your opinion, who would give Boots the biggest challenge to create another fight like that from bell to bell?
I think that styles make fights, obviously, and I think Boots chose to fight like that tonight. I think he's never, and I guess he'll answer the questions about how hurt he was. He was clearly buzzed, in my opinion. I won't say that when he's here, just in case he argues that. But yeah, look, I think it's difficult to say he wasn't. You saw him hold an arm, but he was fighting back. It wasn't like he was taking a knee or stumbling around the ring. He was holding a little bit, but he was sitting in the pocket and fighting back. You can't necessarily do that against every style. So maybe if he fights Fundora, someone else, or Virgil, maybe he'll fight a little bit more of a smarter fight. I don't know, if he respects their power a little bit more, I have no idea. But one thing I know is when I sit down to watch a Boots Ennis fight, I don't really have any fears or doubts that he's going to lose. And I did for about 20 or 30 seconds, but other than that, it was a fantastic performance. So I think Fundora's style is always going to be difficult and awkward because of his freakness in terms of his size. I don't think he thinks that's a difficult fight. I think Josh Kelly's super talented. I think he's got great footwork. Again, can he mix with Boots in terms of the power and the speed? And when you fight with that kind of intensity, you've got to really go some to stay in there. And I haven't seen the stats, but I think Boots threw a lot of punches. I mean, especially, was it the fourth round he dropped him again? Or fifth? Fifth. The fifth round. I mean, he did come out in the sixth a little bit quieter, Boots. You know what I mean? Like, that fifth was, lively. But I think he'll adapt to all styles.
Eddie, is the Kelly fight bigger here or in the UK?
Boots is a big star everywhere. I mean, the Brits love boxing. I think Boots against Josh Kelly can fill up the stadium a lot in Sunderland. Yeah. But at the same time, we're coming up to, Josh will fight July 25th and then probably November, December. So, could be one for Philly, or maybe Josh Kelly fights Fundora, and maybe we fight Virgil Ortiz. And going back to the comments, someone said, ask Virgil Ortiz if he'll take the fight next, because I don't think he will. And I'd be very surprised because, and by the way, I don't necessarily blame him because he has been out. When was the Lubin fight? I don't know. November last year. So, what we now? 9 months, 8 months, 9 months. Time he gets in the ring again won't be till September, October. It'll be nearly a year since he's boxed. Are you going to go straight into Jaron Boots Ennis? If you are, let's talk. But realistically, I don't think you are. I think you're going to come back and you're going to go, I want one more fight, and then, which is fine. And by the way, we're also not going to sit here and go, we're the champion now. It's a voluntary defence, 15% for a voluntary defence, like you've seen Haney and all these people do. It's like so boring. It's a massive fight, and I can't sit there and tell you that we shouldn't do that fight when I spent 6 months telling you how much we need that fight and boxing needs that fight. So we must make Boots against Ortiz, but realistically, will he do it next? We'll speak to DAZN and Oscar, and if they want to go, we'll consider it with Boots for sure.
And then earlier, I think on DAZN, you said that Usyk's fighting Wilder next. Are you surprised he'd go that route instead of the Hogan rematch?
I mean, I think he'll just go for the best deal, really. He has said for a while he would like to include Wilder in his resume. I was quite surprised. I thought he would fight Rico, but then I thought to myself, he's not. There's no, whatever fight Usyk's in next is not a World Heavyweight Championship. Maybe it's a Zuffa belt or something like that. It's just like, I feel like if you're not fighting for the World Heavyweight, and if it's Usyk against Rico and the World Heavyweight Championship's not on the line, for me, part of the selling of that fight is to say, but mate, if Rico wins, he becomes World Heavyweight Champion. That's mental. And now, but I think it's good for the division because I think you're going to see another 3 or 4 champions, which will be interesting. Over in Ireland, it's just down a little back road, right? You never even really know it was there. It's got one of the best trainers in the world, and like I said before he came in, I just want him to keep believing in himself, because if he starts to really believe in himself, he's going to be unstoppable, because the power right now that he's developed with Andy is frightening. So over for questions for Mr. Whittaker. Eddie.
Andres, go. So Eddie, Virgil Ortiz was saying that he's going to sleep Jaron Ennis on Twitter immediately after the fight. What's your reaction to that?
Well, he's been asleep for about a year. So let's concentrate on Ben Whittaker, and we'll get to that.
Andres Gomes with Cornerman Boxing. Champ, congratulations on your knockout victory. Just what you think about the atmosphere fighting in Brooklyn, and does a part of you wish you could have gotten a little bit more around just to display that skill set, that exuberant style that you bring to the fight game?
Yeah, man, Brooklyn was sick. I've always wanted to come to New York to fight, America to fight, and it was a dream come true. You see me start getting in the groove, started dancing in the break. I thought, here we go, I'm going to get some highlights now. But when I hit him with that hook, you really can't come back from that. So I was happy the way it went. I would have liked a couple more rounds, but at the end of the day, not going to moan about an early night.
Hello, Ben Whittaker and Eddie Hearn. My name is Brian Lima, and I'm with the Main Event. The question I got for Ben is, like, you're already a big name in the UK, so what was it like making your US debut and hearing the American fans cheer for you?
Yeah, it's real good. Like I said, on social media, it's good to see the presence there, but to see it in real life, it's completely different. Just walking the streets of Manhattan and Brooklyn, people saw me, little kids, middle-aged people, old people, and it was an amazing feeling, and it was only right that I put a show on for them.
Thank you. Dr. Abhi with World Liberty TV Boxing Channel. I really enjoyed your fight back. What were some of the other opponents you're looking to fight going forward? Maybe Popeye didn't eat his spinach tonight, but so who will be the other fighter? Maybe you can chime into this also.
Well, on paper, he was a good opponent. You know, he fought for a world title at cruiserweight. He only lost on split decision. But I just said, like I said at the press conference, I'm a step ahead. I felt like I was the better fighter, and I showed that. The next challenge for me is getting through Panda Express. Then it's down to my team and management to sort the next fight out. All I do is just train, and whoever they put in front of me, I beat them up.
Ben, congrats on a great performance tonight in Brooklyn. How much do you maybe take inspiration from Jaron Ennis tonight, when some of the things people said about him coming up, they've said about you? Yes, he's very talented, very fast, he has power, but can he tighten it up with the fundamentals at the championship level? Do you relate to him at all in that as a talent, and do you take any inspiration from sharing the card with him tonight?
Yeah, of course, he's a great fighter, and to sit ringside and see a fight like that, it was amazing. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to be in fights like that. I think I'll do him on my heart attack, if I'm honest. But it was a great fight, and everybody's got their own opinion. As soon as you win, they'll always say something. Oh, it was this, oh, it was that. As long as you're winning, and as long as the people are turning up to watch you, that's what that matters.
They've been Radio Raheem down the front. It was surprising to me that Popeye didn't seem to really turn up at all tonight. He didn't give you much resistance. I thought he was telegraphing punches. Were you surprised that you didn't get more of an effort out of the opponent?
Not really. I just think he just shows the level when I'm in there. Like I said, he fought for a world title, split decision. He probably should have won that fight, if I'm honest. But it just shows my pedigree, shows my levels, it shows the distance between these guys, and I made it look easy. That's what the good fighters do. I made it look easy.
How do you compare the atmosphere here tonight with what you've experienced back in England?
Yeah, it's real good, man. Like, I popped out to see the venue. I was like, yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Then the ring walk was sick. My kit looked sick. It's only right I put the icing on the cake with a knockout.
And last one, what do you put down to your power? The 3 knockouts in a row, the way you're performing, what do you attribute that to? 4. 4. Early knockouts. I got a great team, my brother, Jamie Whittaker, is my strength and conditioning coach. He's done a lot in the background for me, really made me strong. Then I went over to Ireland with Andy, and he's not really changed my style, but there's a time and a place to sit down on your shots, and you can see that I'm still having fun, I'm still making them miss, making them pay, but when it's there, I clean them out, and it's nice to see. Thank you, welcome to America.
Thank you.
JP Moran, the Latino Sports. Eddie, question for you. Were you satisfied with the level of resistance Popeye showed this evening?
I mean, when you get hit like that, it doesn't really matter what you're coming with. I think Popeye's a decent fighter. I think going in, you can't, this is one of the things. No one was critical of the opponent. Really, everybody said, good step up, right? American debut, very tough. I was there, beat Badu Jack, in my opinion, quite comfortable. That was a couple of years ago now, but good fighter, really. But just because you get hit by Ben Whittaker with shots you don't even see, you can't sort of say, oh, well, he didn't show much resistance, did he? I mean, at the end of the day, he was the right opponent for the American debut. We also understand and appreciate there's many more levels to go in the sport and in the division, but he was the right step. When he fought Gavazzi and knocked him out in the round, everyone said, oh, it's just a European level fighter. So we went with Suarez from Argentina, who was like a renowned, durable guy, had a really good fight with him in Arthur, went all the way, he knocked him out in the round. Then Popeye goes 12, like notoriously tough, decent, sort of fringe world level guy, gets banjoed in 2 rounds. Oh, he didn't show much resistance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what have you got to do? If you keep doing that to the levels, next thing, Artur Beterbiev too old. He stops him, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're always going to get criticised. So there's no point listening to that. Just go through what's in front of you. So I think it was actually a body shot after about a minute into the fight, where I've seen Rivera's face as if to say, fuck me, what am I in the middle?
Yeah, he checked out.
And it was like, and he's tough, like he's experienced.
Yeah, but when I watched the fight, it was very reminiscent of Boots' last fight, where Boots starched the guy out and he checked out. And then
who checked out? Lima?
No, Lima.
Are you mad? Yeah, but every time I have an argument with you, you are fucking on another planet. Lima checked out. He got stopped on his feet. And in his last fight, when he come back from that first round defeat, they stuck him in with a Russian prospect who was 19-0, and he just stopped him away from home. How do you get checked out when you get dropped, get up, and all of a sudden you're fighting back on your feet and you get stopped on your feet, checked out? Let's go. You do this every time you come to the press conference, right? You try and ask challenging questions, but they're bullshit questions.
I'm just going to follow. So Boots' next fight, he took a significant step up in his next fight.
Significant step up? He's a unified world champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the microphone, man.
In comparison, so his next fight's coming up in October.
Who? He said, 13 fights.
Yeah, so I'm just asking for his next fight. Would you
It'll be you, man. I want to buy you.
No, because what you say don't fucking matter. Would you? I want to know. Would you? It's got nothing to do with you. It's got to do with me, him, Andy Lee, Will, and the team. Shut up. I'm telling you, the next fight will be another step up. Like tonight was a step up, and what you do is you keep stepping up and you keep producing the performances and you keep going through the levels.
Will it be a dramatic step up?
It will be a step up, and it will be the step up that him, me, and the team think is appropriate for the timing of his career, and it will have absolutely nothing to do with you.
All right, Ben, quick question for you. We know you and Eddie going back to Van Cleef before y'all leave New York. We know Eddie loves Stone Island. We know you get fresh, so y'all doing any shopping before you leave the city?
Hey, you heard what he said, we're going Van Cleef, man. I do like Supreme as well, so we'll see. But I just want to thank the guys for backing me all the time. Matchroom, the Zone, my team. I've got a real good team around me. And just touching on that last thing, I saw the Ringside magazine did a sit-down interview with Gabe Rosado. And he had Popeye to knock me out. Yeah. He said, hey, he was looking sharp, he was looking strong. If Ben's not on his P's and Q's, I think he'll get knocked out. He's obviously smoking that shit. You know what I mean? Because I did what I was supposed to do. But like I said, you can never please anyone. Like my man in the front, you don't mean no harm, but everyone's got their own opinions. But October, tune in, you're going to see something special once again.
Eddie, back here, suggestions online about Craig Richards in October. Is that one person you'd look at?
No, that's not being discussed. To be honest, we have to start positioning now for a world title. Yeah. So, we need a big domestic name. Or a fight that's going to get him mandatory, a final eliminator. At the end of the day, jokes aside, like, you can't go from Rivera to Bivol and Benavidez and Whittaker. You've got to fight those guys. There's 2 or 3 more in between Rivera and those guys. So we have to go through the levels and understand that he's still relatively inexperienced in the professional code. That was his first completed round tonight in a year, in 3 fights. So that was nice. He's still the highest paid fighter per round on the planet, which is good. And you know, we understand that. You know, I don't think it would be wise to go from Rivera to Beterbiev or those kind of guys. You've got to fight through the levels. But he, as you're seeing, he's demolishing these levels. And you're right. Like when you're doing that, you do need a bigger step up than you would do if you went in and struggled to beat him over 10 rounds. Because if we did that tonight, you'd all be saying, well, let's just pull it back a little bit. You know, he's only had 13 fights, but instead he's like, when's he going to fight one of these big guys? So, whilst he's doing what he's doing, let's keep progressing the pace.
So who's a realistic domestic name?
I mean...
You again?
I think, you know, the guys, loads of them. Waxy, great fight. Yard, great fight. Willie Hutchinson, great fight. You know, I mean, Callum Smith's going to fight Bivol, most likely. I mean, this is where we've got to be. You know, he's going back to the Midlands now. We'll do a big crowd in the arena, build a great show, and we'll keep on going. Yeah.
It's an honor. Great job tonight. I was wondering, I had a previous question, but 1v1, because he asked the question, who would win the fight?
Me and him.
Yeah. round by round.
No, I respect. I was only messing around, but like I said, they've all got their own opinions, man. Like he's saying his part, I said my part, Eddie said his part, but I think Madison Square Garden, me beat him.